Well, welcome back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University as the Buffaloes get set to open conference play tonight in the Lone Star Conference against Eastern New Mexico. The Buffs come in with a record of 3-3-2, while the Greyhounds are 2-4-2 on the season. Last time, of course, that the Buffaloes were here at the pitch was against Lubbock Christian. They came away with a 2-0 win in that one. In fact, all three of their victories were here at home against Northwest Nazarene, Adams State, and Lubbock Christian. They did have a tie against Southern Nazarene. Of course, they are ranked in the top 25 this season so far. As the Buffs get set for this matchup with Eastern New Mexico, the Greyhounds come in with that 2-4-2 record and lost their last game against number 18 St. Mary's. Ignacio Lopez leads Eastern with 8 points on the season on 3 goals and 2 assists. Gianna Mascari has matched Lopez's goal total, sitting second on the team with 6 points. In goal, 3 different players have recorded starts on the season. Hugo Sacco has started the post for 3 games for the Greyhounds, posting a 1.33 goals against average and a 7.33 save percentage with 4 goals allowed and 11 saves on 35 shots. As a team, ENMU holds a 2.00 goals against average and a 0.590 save percentage. For the Buffaloes, last time they got out, they got on the board in the 17th minute when Theo Bennett registered the game's first shot in their matchup with Midwestern State, number 5. At that time, Midwestern State, they now, by the way, are number 2 in the nation. But Theo Bennett's got registered the game's first shot after WT forced a corner kick from the St. Edwards defense. Let me back up. They lost St. Edwards 0-1. They tied St. Edwards, I should say 1-1. That was their last match out on the 27th. So I apologize for that. At Midwestern State in Wichita Falls was that loss after their home win. So they have been 0-1-1 on the road as of late. And again, they ended up with that tie against St. Edwards 1-1. West Texas, of course, getting set to host Eastern in this one. WT controls the all-time series with Eastern New Mexico. They have a 22-8-1 record. This series began in 2004 when the Buffs taking the first matchup by a 7-0 margin. In the two teams' most recent meeting, WT defeated the Greyhounds 2-0 in Portales. That was last season as the Buffs were on the road for that contest. Both teams getting set to be introduced for this one. It's a pleasant evening. We had showers all day today, but the skies have cleared. In fact, not really a cloud in the sky here in Canyon, Texas. As we get set for this matchup, about 74 degrees will be a game-time temp. Wind out of the northeast at about 9 to 10 miles an hour with gusts up to 20 at times. So for the teams going from right to left or from the south end to the north end, that's where they'll run into the wind more so than coming into the south end for this matchup. For Eastern New Mexico, their starters being announced for tonight. It'll be Felix Drzinski, who will be starting tonight, along with Machu Bovan. Nick Wushis will also get the start tonight, along with Ignacio Lopez. Gianna Mascari, along with Ludwig Schur, get the start tonight, along with Loris Tiasipi, along with Colin Urich tonight. Hugo Sacco will be in goal for Eastern New Mexico. And make sure we didn't leave anybody off on the starting lineup for tonight. For Eastern New Mexico, they're under the direction of Brandon Mascariak, who's in his second season. And so, again, coming in, the Greyhounds have a record of 2-4-2 as they get set for LFC action. Actually, the interesting thing, the Greyhounds play here, then they go home for a Saturday match, and they'll play once again against against St. Mary's. That's who they lost to here on their last outing as well, 2-0, as they get set for this matchup. We'll take a timeout and be back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
Well, welcome back to the pitch, as that was our national anthem as we get set for this one. Of course, the Buffaloes under the direction of Butch Lawfer, as he has completed 33 years as the head coach here with the Buffaloes, and starting tonight will be Asaf Kristall in goal for the Buffaloes. Daniel Burton and Theo Bennett will be along the macro, along with Brian Martinez, who returns from an injury. Mateo Landis will be one of the midfielders, along with Sam Scarth. Keaton Hartman will be one of the upmen, along with Elej Deonu, who also will be on the back row. Dylan Watson will be up front, along with DeJounte Davis and Josh Beeson, another forward that starts tonight for the Buffaloes. As we get set to get this one underway, the Buffs coming in with a record of 3-3-2, started out the season 0-2, and since then have been 3-1-2. So got off to a slow start. Again, trying to get the mix together, as they had several new players on the roster for this season. Eastern New Mexico in their road green uniforms with white numerals, while the Buffaloes will be in their home white with maroon numerals. Buffaloes will be going from left to right, so they'll be going with the wind at their back as we start this one today. Eastern will be going into the wind. And again, in goal for Eastern New Mexico will be Hugo Sacco, 6'1" freshman from Marseille, France. And that's the interesting thing for this Eastern team, as you kind of look at the breakdown of where everybody's from. They have 6 players from France, 4 from New Mexico, 2 from Norway, 2 from Spain, 1 from Brazil, 1 from Iceland, 1 from New Zealand, and 1 from Texas. That's the breakdown of their team on the season. As Eastern will put this one in play as we get set to get this one underway here at the pitch, and Eastern controls it to the back line. Trying to work it toward the middle. The Buffs come away with it quickly. Sam Scarth has it, looks to drive on the left side, tries to set up, now comes back toward the middle. We'll reset it. Brian Martinez will move that one over. Now it goes to the back line. Landis trying to drive through traffic, and we got a whistle called. That'll be a free kick for the Buffaloes. A little contact on that one. And so getting set to put this one in play for WT will be Sam Scarth. Scarth, the senior from Liverpool, waits, and now he's ready to go. Puts this one up in the air. It's going to be headed up. It's going to be kicked out by Eastern New Mexico to the back line, and the Buffaloes will control it. Come over to Scarth on the near side, right at the midline. Puts his foot into it to go all the way across the field, but that's going to be intercepted by the Greyhounds. Scramble for the ball on the far sideline. Eastern controls it and lobs it up to the back line. A header across by Daniel Burton for the Buffaloes. That's kicked up and out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Eastern New Mexico. They will get the throw-in. Getting set to put this one in play will be Machu Bovan. So Eastern puts this one in play. Driving it up quickly with the Buffs. Watson puts a shot. It was way over the top of the goal as he had a good look. And that one went flying. Too much oomph in that one. I'll take that back. It wasn't Watson. It was Josh Beeson. Beeson with the great speed got ahead of everybody. Tried to take that one in. Buffs take it away once again. Trying to keep it on their end. Eastern trying to work it up the field. Buffs come away. Kick it back to Sam Scarth. Scarth trying to dribble through traffic. Comes to the back line. That's going to be Hartman, who will go back over to Burton. Burton across to Bennett's. Theo will dribble across. Gets it up on the far side. Buffs control it, bring it to the near side. Keaton Hartman will dribble it up. Looks to feed it up ahead, trying to get it up to Beeson. Beeson trying to run it down, kicks it across. In front of the goal, here's a shot. It's going to be blocked by Eastern New Mexico. And this one's going to be kicked back, and now the Greyhounds will clear it out to the midline. Scramble for the ball. Buffaloes control it. Hartman has it. Gets it up to Martinez. Over on the left side with it. Trying to drive it up. Scarth kicks it to the back line. Daniel Burton will control it. Gets it over on the far side. Scarth will dribble it up toward the middle. It's going to be headed out by the Greyhounds. Scramble for the loose ball. And a player just kind of lost his balance. So the Buffs try to keep that in bounds. Again, that was Bovan who tried to control it. And Bovan will do the inbounds here. Gets it to the back line. That one's going to be headed up quickly. The Buffaloes trying to get to it. And that's going to be a trip by the goalie. Official saying play on. Is that what he's saying? Now he's calling a foul of some kind. Let's see. Is coming up to grab that was Hugo Sacco. Now it's going to be, is it going to be a corner kick for the Buffs? I think that is the case. So the foul called on the goalie, who took out Dylan Watson, who was advancing, trying to get head of the pack. Was taken out by Hugo. So the Buffs getting set to put this in play. Landis puts his foot into it. It's going to be headed back out. Davis controls it. Back over to Landis. Tail kicks to the middle. Here's a shot on goal, and that one goes in. It bounces off of a player and goes in for the Buffs. We'll see how they score that one, but a goal for the Buffaloes as they got one that rattled around a little bit and then finally dropped in. So we watch on the replay as that one kicked toward the middle and then bounces off a player and by the goalie and gets in as the Buffs lead it 1-0. Theo Bennett's going to get credit for the goal with the assist by DeJounte Davis. So that goal comes at the 5:07 mark of the first period. So Eastern now has it on their end of the field. The Buffs have been trying to keep it on their end for the most part here early. Scramble for the ball. Eastern has it. Trying to drive it up is Gianni Mascarell. Mascarell gets it toward the middle. Scramble for the ball. Kick toward the goal. Buffs try to clear it. Still a shot. That goes over the goal. That'll be a goal kick. So trying to put that one in play was Loris Tasipi. Just kicked that one over the top of the goal. So, yourself Crystal will put this in play for the Buffs. Kicks it to the back line. Theo Bennett hits it to the near side. Here's the lob up ahead, trying to get it up ahead. Driving up is Davis. Davis has it, kicks it across the middle toward the goal. That's going to be taken away by Eastern. Had the right idea, was trying to set it up for the Buffaloes, but that one just kind of bounced away. Controlled by the Buffs at the midline. With it, Brian Martinez will kick it over to the left side. Elaj Diaune will get it to the back line. Now over back to Diaune. Elaj will drive it up, take it toward the middle. Now kicks it back. Sam Scarth will dribble over to the near side. Burton comes over to Hartman. Hartman feeds it up ahead. Landis trying to feed it to Davis and got tripped up there. Buffs still control it. Drive it on the left side. Scarth takes it in the middle. Here's a pass over on the left side that's going to be kicked out of bounds, and that'll be a Buff throw in.
Camera 2 ready. Camera 3 ready. Camera 3 go.
So the Buffs get set to throw this one in.
Go. Yep. There you go. Camera 1 zoom in a little more. Camera 1 ready. Camera 1 go.
Elaj will throw it in. We'll get it into the corner. Back to Elaj. Feed it toward the middle. That's going to be taken away. By Eastern, but the Buffs take it right back. Now Eastern is able to grab it and control it. Scramble for the ball. Falling down is Alex Gardarson, who's trying to control that one. Another shot that the goalie, Sacco's able to control. Quickly, the Buffs attack again. Eastern trying to take it away. There's a scramble. It's going to be a tackle foul called on the Buffs. And that's going to go against Beeson. So it'll be a free kick for the Greyhounds over to their goalie, who kicks it up the field. Buffs take it away. Elach comes over the middle to Sam Scarth. Scarth will dribble through traffic, goes to the back line. Bennett will bring it over to the near side to Hartman. Keaton will drive it up ahead, trying to feed it up ahead into the corner. And that's going to be an offsides called on land. It's just got ahead of the defender there. So they'll call the offside. So free kick. As Gadarson will put this one in play. Comes to the near side. Scramble for the ball. Buffs take it away. Martinez knocked that one away. Controlling it, though, trying to get it over to the far side is TCP. He'll get it down the corner and knock it out of bounds, and that'll be a throw in for the Greyhounds. So getting set to throw this one in will be Felix Drasinski. Drasinski gets it in. Beeson heads it back across the midline for the Buffaloes. Scramble for the loose ball, goes back to the goalie. Hugo Sacco will control it. Put his left foot into it at the midline. going to be headed up by the Greyhounds. Trying to escape the pressure, trying to get up the field quickly is Matthew Bovan. Bovan has it taken away. Sam Scarth will feed it over on the far side.
Start your push up, camera 1.
Landis will drive it down in the corner. Fires a shot that hits the goal, and it is in. That hit the top of the goal. Bounced in on a nice shot.
Camera 3, give me the bench celebration.
And the Buffaloes are celebrating a 2-0 lead
All right, we're going to get that replay.
on the goal by Mateo Landis. As you watch, this is a Sam Scarth pass. Up ahead, Landis, who will drive down with the left foot, just kind of sizes it up and powers it in off the goal, and that bounces into the back, and the Buffs lead 2-0. As Eastern gets set to put this one in, that goal comes at the 10:51 mark.
We're on camera 1.
As Mateo Landis
I get, that's okay, we saw this up.
gives the Buffs a 2-0 lead.
Play, great follow up. Good stuff, guys.
Eastern trying to control it. Gets it out toward the midline. Buffs put pressure, but now Eastern has it across the midline. Scramble for the loose ball. It's kicked down in the corner. Chase, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Buffaloes as
Camera 1 ready. Camera 1.
Felix Straczynski will get set to throw this one in again. Felix, the sophomore from Essen, Germany. That's going to be headed up, and that's going to be
Camera 3 ready.
foul called on Eastern on the header. So that'll be a goal kick.
Camera 2, go. Camera 1 ready. Go to your left. Camera 1, go. We'll do a slow push on the.
So the Buffs put this one in play. We have played 12 minutes. The Buffs lead this one 2-0 over Eastern in the Lone Star Conference opener for both teams. Again, the Buffs finished third in the LSC this season. Eastern in the preseason poll was picked to finish the 10th spot. Here's a feed up ahead by the Buffaloes. That's going to be headed out by the Greyhounds. Greyhounds control it at the midline. Try to drive up. It's going to scramble forward. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Brian Martinez. Throw in for Eastern. There's a header up on the left side. Trying to drive up ahead is Daniel Leatherby. Leatherby, the sophomore from Zambia.
Camera 2 ready. Camera 2, go.
Lusaka, Zambia. Tried to drive that one on the left side.
Camera 1 go. One of those shots, number 2, go ahead. And
So throw in for the Buffaloes. That was probably not what Theo Hartman wanted. He's going to head this one back. Buffs control it. Kick it up way ahead, trying to feed it up ahead. It's going to go back to the goalie, and he'll control it.
camera 1 ready. Camera 1 go.
So Eastern gets it to the goalie, but Davis with the theft right there. Gets it back to Sam Scarth, dribbles through traffic, picks it up ahead. Tries to get on a back kick. They're on the right side, shot on goal, and that's in for another goal. And that is a little dance move as well by the Buffaloes' Dylan Watson. Got a nice feed up ahead, and the Buffs lead this one 3-0. Ace off Crystal all the way up by the bench, talking to Butch Lawfer on what they're wanting to impose here. As this one goes in by Watson, you see right there.
Camera 3 ready. Ready. Camera 3 go.
So the Buffs lead at 3-0.
Ready.
Eastern gets set to put this one back in play.
Camera 3, can you get the goalie running back to the field? He's all over there. Camera 3 ready. Camera 3
Crystal gets back in goal. Here is the ball put in play. Eastern gets it on the right side. It's going to be headed up. Buffaloes control it and kick it all the way back into their end of the field. It goes back to the goalie. And Hugo Sacco controls it, gets it out on the right side. Back to Sacco. Tries to kick it up ahead. That's going to be headed up by Hartman for the Buffaloes. We'll kick it over Martinez. We'll go to the back line. He'll get back to Diaune. Over to Hartman on the near side. Here's a feed up ahead to Sam Scarth. He's going to be pushed out of the way. That's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to call it a goal kick. So they're saying it was Scarth was knocked down, and the side judge, Butch Lawfer, gets the explanation, and they turn it into a goal kick. At the moment, nobody has a ball, so it's over here by the referee on the near side. Timeout taken by the goalie. And so he was looking at his right hand. So we'll see what's being checked out there, as well as it'll be Eastern putting this one in play. Buffs lead at 3-0. Dylan Watson scored the last goal for WT. Did that at the 13:46 mark.
We have all three cameras on this. Okay, camera 2 ready. Camera 2, go. Camera 3, give me back to number 4 who just ran.
So substitute coming in for Tasula comes in for Eastern New Mexico. And he comes in for Ludwig Schur. And I think we did change, did we change goalies? I think we did. So we have a new goalie out there for Eastern New Mexico. We'll check to see who that is. Another assist, by the way, on DeJounte Davis and Landis Mateo on the Watson goal. Down in the far corner, a throw in by Eastern New Mexico. That one gets knocked away, so that'll be a goal kick for the Buffaloes. So in it comes. The Buffaloes have it. They feed it up on the near side. Screaming up the field is Beeson. Beeson beats it to the ball, controls it, but it goes out of bounds. So that should be, we'll see, wait for the official. That should be it's going to be a corner kick for the Buffaloes, according to this official. So the Buffs will get the corner kick as Teo Landis will put this one in play. Buffs lead 3-0. Played 16 minutes so far. For that, we got a whistle as a Buff player was knocked down in goal. So the referee will separate everyone, as Keaton Hartman was the one that was knocked down. Now they'll get everybody spaced out. Get set for Mateo's kick as Landis gets set to put his left foot into this one. 28 minutes left to play in this first half. Buffs lead 3-0. Here's a header, and it's kicked out of the goal. Nice opportunity is still there, but running it down, Sacco has it, and he'll throw it in or put it in play. Oh, they're going to say another corner kick. It was off of Eastern New Mexico. So the Buffs will get a corner kick on the other side. And so getting set to put this one in play, DeJounte Davis, the freshman from Prosper, Texas. It's set to put this in play. Davis, short kick on the near side, back to Davis. Sends it up toward the middle. Landis tries to dribble through traffic. Has to kick it to the back line. Beeson comes over to the near side to Hartman. Hartman powers it with the left foot, and that one's knocked away. Nice save by Paul Washuka. as he is now the new goalie.
Go. Camera 2, go ahead and give me on the corner.
So Oshuko knocks that one out. So it'll be another corner kick for the Buffs.
Camera 2 ready. Camera 2, go.
This will be
Camera 1 ready.
the fourth corner kick for the Buffaloes.
Camera 1, go.
Again, put in play. Back on the near side, Landis tries to dribble around traffic, but that's going to be taken away by Eastern. They're going to feed it up ahead. Trying to drive now is Daniel Leatherby. Leatherby has it knocked out of bounds, so it will be an Eastern throw-in. In it comes. It's going to be headed up. Buffaloes control it. Over on the far side, another Buff header at the midline. Trying to drive around traffic. It's Watson. Now they'll go the back line. Theo Bennett will control it. He'll bring it over to Daniel Burton on the near side. He'll feed it up to Hartman. Keaton will drive it with the left foot toward the middle. Brian Martinez kicks it over on the left side to Bennett's.
Camera 3, you go to your right here, the coach.
He'll get it up ahead to Daune. Daune has that one knocked out. And they're going to say that's off the Buffs, so that'll be a throw-in for the Greyhounds.
Camera 1 ready. Camera 1, go.
Greyhounds get this one in play. Buffs come away with a theft. They have it. Give and go on the left side. Hits kick toward the middle. Davis, nice move to the right. Now tries to beat the defender, and that's going to be kicked out of bounds, and that'll be another Buff corner kick.
2, go.
That'll be WT's fifth corner kick. Buffaloes, for the most part, have had this on their offensive end. They have had to play a little defense. In fact, the back line is all the way up,
Camera 1 ready.
and nobody is really back at the midfield line. Davis puts that in play. It's going to be headed out by Eastern. Buffs control it. Scarth kicks it over on the left side.
Today's goal.
This is going to be lobbed up again. Now Davis controls it. Davis tripped up. Scramble for the ball. Nice tackle. Davis goes on the right side. Kicks it toward the middle. That's going to be kicked out by Eastern. Defenders will kick that one out of bounds, and that'll be a Buff throw-in.
Camera 3, go. Camera 1 ready. Camera 1, go.
So the Buffs, Hartman gets this one in up ahead, gets it into the corner. Brian Martinez controls it. Martinez, nice feed over to Davis. Davis dribbles in, sends it up toward the middle. That's going to be knocked away by the goalie as
Camera 1. Camera 2, go.
Mashuko able to knock that one away.
Camera
Paul
3,
from Dusseldorf, Germany.
go. Camera 1 ready. Camera 2 ready. Camera 2, go. Camera 1.
So this one getting set to be put in play.
Camera 1, go.
Toward the middle. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll be another kick for the Buffaloes.
Camera 2, go.
Mateo Landis will put it back in play again.
Camera 2 ready. You can zoom in a tiny bit. Camera 2, go.
Buffs lead 3-0. We've played 22 minutes
Camera 1 ready. Camera 1,
here in this first half. Over across, that's going to be headed up and knocked out of bounds.
corner kick.
That'll be a goal kick for
No, I wasn't calling it.
Eastern New Mexico as they get set to put this in play.
Yeah, we
Well, this will be
getting super tight shots for the first couple ones.
Mashuko getting set to put this into action.
Camera 2 ready. Camera 2, go. Camera 1 ready. Camera 1, go.
Coming in for Eastern New Mexico, Cooper Tyler, sophomore from Auckland, New Zealand.
On those
And
subs,
he'll come in for
let's get the person going.
Mateo Bovan.
Since we're not really highlighting a specific person.
Here's a feed up ahead for Eastern New Mexico. Theo Bennett controls it and will bring it back, tries to kick it toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. Eastern at the midline. Over on the far side, they're looking to dribble through traffic. The Buffs take that one away, though. Here's a feed up ahead. Beeson trying to get ahead of the defenders. Coming across the field over the near side, it's Davis. DeJounte will dribble it. control it, feeds it over to Hartman. Keaton will go on the right side. Look, here's a give and go to Keaton, and he cannot control it. It's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Greyhounds.
Watch your screen. Camera 3 ready. Camera 3 go. Camera 1 ready. Camera 1 go.
Eastern controls it at the midline. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Buffaloes. Oh, they say that's off of Eastern. And that one was knocked out by Nacio Lopez, the freshman from Spain. Again, a lot of international players for Eastern. From Brandon Miscaraka. Here's a breakaway. Davis feeds it toward the middle. Here's a shot. Oh, just pops over. Landis had a good look. Mateo, just too much oomph into it, and it popped over the top of the goal. They do say it was knocked out by Eastern, so it'll be a corner kick for the Buffaloes. So Davis gets set to put this one in play. Davis sends it toward the middle, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick. A couple of subs coming in for the Buffaloes as Trevor Suggs makes his way in, and so too does Venancio Calderon, sophomore from El Paso, and Trevor, the junior from Las Cruces, New Mexico. As Sam Scarth will sit down, so too will Josh Beeson. Goal kick, so Eastern puts this one in play. It's going to be controlled by Cooper Tyler. Tyler gets it down in the corner. Here's a drive across the goal. It's going to be tipped up and saving it out. The Buffaloes, nice play. So that one almost went in for Eastern, but got knocked away and knocked out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Greyhounds. Great effort by Eastern on the left side, trying to drive that one home. Nice shot by Daniel Leatherby, the sophomore from Zambia. Had a good look at it, got it off the top of the bar. It bounced down, but Crystal able to knock that one away. Buffs control on the back line. They try to send it up ahead, trying to get it up to Trevor Suggs. Scramble for the ball. Eastern controls it. Now there's a feed up ahead that's going to be knocked away by Burton. Daniel will work it to the back line. Martinez again sends it to the back line, over to the near side with it. Hardman will feed it up ahead. He'll look as they try to get up ahead, trying to find it in favor of Suggs, but unfortunately a little bit too far of a lead, and the goalie able to pull that one out. 18:38 left to play. Buffs lead this one 3-0. Eastern trying to drive it up ahead on the near side. Hardman controls it on the back line. Kicks it over. Martinez will go over to the far side. That'll be Bennett's who will kick it up ahead. Controlling it, Etheridge will bring it out. Or on the right side to Hardman. To the back line. Once again, the Buffs reset the offense. Theo Bennett has it on the left side. Comes back to the near side to Daniel Burton. Burton comes up, finds Hartman. Hartman feeds it up again. There's a scramble. Suggs has it, kicks it over toward the middle. Oh, tried to get it to Calderon, and that was knocked away by Eastern. It's going to be taken back by the Buffs. Davis gets it over to Martinez. Brian will feed it across the way, and he'll get it to Dioune. Dioune will try to drive it toward the middle. Comes over to the near side of Davis. Davis dribbling up, tries to angle the shot. Dribbles in the middle, feeds it up ahead. That's going to be taken away. Calderon has it, spins the corner, cross toward the goal. That's going to be knocked away. And that'll be a Buffs throw-in.
Camera 3, go to
So the Buffaloes will get to throw this one in.
camera 3, camera 2.
Cristal is midway between the midline and the goal. Actually, a little closer toward the midline. The backline defenders are across the midline for the Buffs. They lead it 3-0. Clock stop with 17:05 left to play.
3, go.
Now they start the clock.
No, I don't see anything else on the clock.
And Keaton Hartman gets set to put this one in play. Keaton lobs it up toward the goal. That's going to be headed up, and that's going to be a foul on the Buffs. Trying to gain an advantage on that one was Suggs, put his hands on the defensive player and used to kind of launch himself. And so that'll be
So it's been
a foul. Goes to a goal kick. Eastern controls it.
take it down.
Here's a feed up ahead. Scramble for the ball. Eastern to the back line once again. Trying to dribble around traffic. Alex Godarson controls it on the near side.
Sorry, bud. Camera 2 ready, camera 2.
Freshman from Iceland.
Camera 1 ready.
Goes back toward the goalie.
1, go.
It's going to be lobbed up on the left side.
I like taking those hero shots on whenever
Eastern has it. There's going to be a foul called. Well, no call. They raised the flag. And here's a shot that's going to be just high and wide.
anybody get the player.
A good look, and that one was Nick Wunisch
Camera 2 ready.
had a good look at it. Wunisch, the junior from Lichtenberg, Germany.
Camera 1, go. He just talked about his being shots.
So Buffs control it. Hardman sends it to the back line. Burton over to Bennett's. Theo will feed it up ahead in the corner. Watson goes back to the back line. Bennett's again. Comes all the way across to Hartman. Hartman tries to feed it up ahead. Gets it to Landis. To Davis. Goes through traffic. Nice feed back to Landis. Landis tries to dribble in the middle. Has it taken away. Still controlled by the Buffs. Trying to dribble through traffic. On that one, Suggs. Scramble for the ball. And a shot that is controlled by the goalie as Paul Vashuko able to pull that one in. So Vashuko puts this one back in play over on the far side. Eastern has it. They get it to the back line. That's Abraham Lopez. Lopez controls it, kicks it up ahead, looks to and finds Leatherby. Leatherby drills it to the near side. That's going to be Cooper Tyler. Tyler goes down with his left foot, looks to dribble toward the middle, sends it back, gets it up ahead to Lopez. Back to the middle. The Buffs take that one away. And that one is going to be headed back into Buff territory by the Eastern defender. Lopez again. Bring it up toward the midline. Comes over on the near side. Now controlling it for Eastern is Alex Godarson. Godarson sends it back to the goalie. Comes back to Godarson. He and the goalie play keep away for the moment. 13:30 left to play here in this first half. Buffs lead 3-0. Godarson back to the goalie. Sends it up ahead. Hartman takes it away. Buffs control it. Brian Martinez goes on the near side to Davis. Davis wanted to drive the right side. Feeds it up ahead. Here's Brian Martinez. Oh, it's going to be taken away. Nice defense that time by Eastern New Mexico. They control it on the near side, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds, and that's going to be a Buff throw-in, as that is off the foot of Cooper Tyler.
Camera 3 ready, camera 3 go. Camera 2 ready. Camera 2 go.
A couple of subs getting set to come in at the next opportunity
He might go in again, but
for the Buffs will be
alright, they're gonna camera
Kelvin
1 ready, camera 2 ready.
Arteaga.
Camera 3 go.
And coming in for Eastern is Sander Tonesen from Norway.
Camera 2, go.
For the Buffs, Kelvin Arteaga, the sophomore from Savannah, Georgia, comes on. And getting a chance to sit down, Mateo Landis. Scramble for the loose ball. And holding it.
Ready, camera 2, go.
Oh, we got a little push called against the Eastern player. Now the referee's going to come out, have a word with him. A little frustration on the part of the Greyhounds. Push off on that one was called against Cooper Tyler. He was upset he got taken down, and then he just grabbed the ball. So two near side officials, the midfield and the sideline official, they'll give a free kick to Davis.
Coach.
As DeJounte
Camera 2, get on.
will put this one in play. 11:31 left to play in the first half. 3-0. Buffs lead this one. Here's a shot across the middle. It's going to be taken away. It's going to be driven toward the goal, but out of bounds. As that goes over the top of the goal. Brian Martinez had a look, but just too much foot in that one. So Martinez had an effort, but to no avail. So in it comes. Eastern has it on the inbounds. Now the Buffs take it away. With it, trying to drive is Trevor Suggs. Suggs, as that's taken away by Eastern, now given to the back line. Theo Bennett has it for the Buffs. Goes back to the goalie, Chris Stahl. Probably only his second or third touch of the ball here in this first half, as he's been kind of being able to relax a little bit here so far in this first half. Chris Stahl controls it, comes over to the near side to Burton. Burton comes out to Hartman. Hartman back to Burton. Burton will put his foot into it and will drive it across. Scramble for the ball. Davis controls it for the Buffs. Davis will come on the near side. Looks, and there's going to be a foul called.
Camera 3, ready. Camera 3, go.
We'll see who that foul is going to go. They're saying actually it's against the Eastern player who tumbled to the turf.
Just do a slow pull. There you go.
And I think once again, recipient of that one is Cooper Tyler, who's kind of limps getting up, has a word with the official.
Go. Give your left.
And the Buffs put this one in play. Under 10 minutes left to play this first half. Buffs lead it 3-0. Buffs control it to the near side. Hardman looks. Will dribble back to the Daniel Burton. Burton will go across to Bennett's.
Camera 1, I think you can open.
The Buffs will change the side of the field they want to work on this time.
Are we not there yet? I think the Y2.
Buffs control it. Here's a feed up ahead. With it to the near side is Davis. Davis drives toward the middle. Elidge trying to control it. Scramble for the ball. Elidge went after it. Goalie kicks it out. There's a header. Taken away by the Buffs. Hartman brings it back. Brian Martinez goes to the back line. Once again, Dan Burton controls it. Dan, pick it up to Brian Martinez. Martinez will lob it up ahead. Scramble for that loose ball. Eastern is able to take that one away. As trying to get up there ahead. Daune has it taken away. Over on the far side of the field, driving it up for Eastern, Abraham Lopez. Now he'll bring it back to the near side as Alex controls it. Scramble for the loose ball. Buffs have it. With it, trying to drive on the right side, is Trevor Suggs. Feeds it toward the middle. Gets it to Calderon. Calderon. Oh, nice feed up ahead. There's a shot that's in for the goal. Oh, they're going to call offsides on that one. Man, nice play. Nice feed up ahead. Again, that looked pretty, but sideline official calls offsides on the Buffaloes. So it'll be a goal kick.
Just shift your focus. Camera 1 ready, camera 1 go. So roll it back close. I think it's to your right. If you want to get the coach.
Eastern kicks that out of bounds, and that'll be a throw in for the Buffs.
We should get subs to your left.
A couple of subs getting set to come in.
Camera
So coming in for Eastern New Mexico is Mateo Azumbaga.
Number 2, go ahead and go.
And coming in for the Buffaloes will be Lucas
Two ready.
Chapentier.
Go. He was looking up the ref offsides, which is a great thing. I love that.
Sharpenter comes in for the Buffs.
Into his shot, and he was like getting yelling, which yeah, it was a fantastic shot. But just to make it a little bit better, he was.
So the Buffs control this with 6:57, just under 7 minutes left to go. Here's a feed up ahead. Scramble for the ball. Davis has it. He controls it. Davis trying to drive. Comes over on the near side. Calderon goes back toward the middle. Goes over to Burden. Burden, lost it on that one. Scramble for it. Bennett has it. Kicks it back to Cristal. Ace off. Comes over on the near side. Gets it up to Hartman. Hartman tried to head that one. It's going to be out of bounds for Eastern New Mexico. Getting set to throw it in quickly will be Cooper Tyler. Gets it in. Taken away by the Buffs. There's a foul called against Tyler on Daniel Burden as he tried to dribble up. So it'll be a free kick for the Buffs. They put it in play. Burton goes across the field to Bennett's. Bennett's, again, feeds it up ahead. Trying to drive over on that far side is Lucas Sharpenter. Here's a feed over on the near side. Calderon comes up ahead to Davis. Davis across the midline. Davis drives on the right side, feeding it up ahead. Buffs have it. Suggs tries to drive, goes in the corner, across to the goal, and that one's going to be too far for anybody to grab. Running it down, across the way for the Buffaloes. Kick it back. With it is Charpentier. Comes over on the near side. Looks to and finds Keaton Hartman. Hartman to Burden. Back to Keaton. Goes to Davis. Davis feeds it in the middle to Suggs. Back over to Theo Bennett. Now he'll attack on the far side of the field. Bennett sends it to the middle. Pitch and catch right there with Arteaga. And that one's going to be lobbed toward the middle. Eastern able to take that one away. 4:30 left to play in this first half. Buffs lead 3-0. It's going to be lobbed over on the near side. That's going to go back to the goalie. And Paul Vachuka will control it. Oh, almost has it and does have it taken away by the Buffs. Controlling it. Here's a shot. There isn't anybody. Oh, just too high. Oh, what a nice theft for the Buffs by Suggs. As Trevor took it away from the goalie, had a shot with nobody in goal. A defenseman went back there, and Trevor just too much mustard on the kick as that one got launched. Buffs have had 14 shots in this first half compared to 3 for Eastern New Mexico. So it'll be a throw-in for the Greyhounds. They control it at the midline. Comes over toward the middle of the field. Tasapi will bring it up ahead. Scramble in the middle. A lot of pressure. Trying to drive up is Daniel Leatherby. Sends it toward the right side. Tasapi has it. Kicks it across the field. Lopez puts his left foot into it to feed it to the near side, and that's Cooper Tyler. Tyler will try to drive around the defender. Kicks it across. That's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Davis has it. Kicks it up ahead for Calderon. Kicks it to the back line. And Hardman will go back to Cristal. Cristal will go over on the far side. Here's a pass up ahead. Theo Bennett controls it. Comes over to Burton. Burton will bring it up to Hartman. Keaton will dribble it across the midline. Now will stop, reset, goes back to Burton. Burton kicks it toward the middle. Brian Martinez. Calderon. He'll work it over on the far side of the pitch. Trying to control it. Charpentier. Lucas trying to drive. Now brings it back. Comes across to Hartman on the near side. 2:04 left to play. Hartman back to the back line to Daniel Burton. Burton feeds it up to Hartman again. Keaton to Davis. Davis feeds it. Here's a feed back to Davis. Scramble for the loose ball. Good give and go. But just too much on that one as that one goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick with 1:35 left to play in this first half.
Camera 3 ready. Camera 3, go. Camera 2 ready. Camera 2, go.
So that one's going to be kicked out. So
Yeah, shit. Camera 1, you framed up.
1:18 left to play. Davis slowly going after the ball as he will get to bring that in from a corner kick. Another corner kick for the Buffaloes. That'll be
Ready. Camera 3, camera 1 ready. Camera
their ninth. So Davis gets set to put this in play.
Oh, wow. Camera.
Taking his time.
Sheesh, man. I don't want to take the shot.
Davis.
Oh, it's been.
That's lobbed up. Controlled
I didn't want to jump.
by a hitter out by Eastern New Mexico to knock it away. Buffs control it to the back line. Charpentier kicks it up ahead. It's kicked toward the middle. Bashuko comes out with it. Feeds it way up ahead. Scramble for the loose ball. Buffs control it. Martinez gets it up ahead to Calderon. Calderon drives it over to Davis. Davis along the right side. Looks. Dribbles back to Calderon. Calderon cross it over, and that's going to be headed out by Eastern. Davis controls it. He will drive it in. Here's a shot across. Here's a shot. Oh, just almost an opportunity. And that one's going to be kicked away by Eastern, and that is going to be the half. The Buffaloes lead this one 3-0 over Eastern New Mexico as we go to our halftime. And so we'll kind of recap score and go through some of the statistics in just a little bit. But the Buffs lead this one by a count of 3-0. We'll take a timeout and be back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M. But first, this break on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Need more business? Choice Media is your local outdoor advertising solution, helping businesses grow since 1992. After 31 years of business, Choice Media has both static and digital billboards throughout Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. Billboards are the best choice when trying to grow clientele or promoting brand awareness. Contact Choice Media, your local advertising company, at 806-352-6585 to speak with a billboard expert today. That's 806-352-6585.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
JT Cavender, Mechanical Engineering in Midlothian, Texas. I chose WT for football. Secondary choice, definitely engineering. That's definitely what I looked at next, and WT is a great engineering school. So some of the strengths of the engineering programs are being able to engage with the professors and be able to build a relationship with them. And then you have a great community behind you, and that's probably one of the strongest parts of Canyon and WT. And so it pushes me to be great.
I have always had a passion for sports. My purpose changed from being an athlete on the field to supporting other athletes during their athletic career. The athletic training program has given me opportunities to directly impact players on and off the court. Through my clinical hours, I have gained the knowledge and create rehab programs to help athletes play the sport they love. My efforts contribute towards getting players back in the game, and it is my mission to lead athletes to healthy lives. WT was my next step. Now I am fully equipped to helping athletes stay in the game through sports medicine.
My name is Jason Harris. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm a senior majoring in computer information systems with a minor in marketing. I know I always had to pursue a career in computers because that's where the world's going. I'm good at it. Why not? But I also have a passion for creating content with my camera. I love photography, videography, and eventually I want to start my own marketing firm. I also want to keep growing, gaining more knowledge, so that way I can actually pursue the career that I want. As far as my favorite professors here, I learned more about business, management, and all aspects of that from him than I've learned from anybody else. Best class I've ever taken in my life. He just gives me a perspective on the world that I never had before. And it made me realize that there's a lot more out there that I can do, and more out there that I still need to do and experience to become the person I want to be. WT special because I came in as an engineer. I discovered my love for photography, and I was able to branch out into my love for business. And it all let me do that without any pressure or any criticism. And without that, I wouldn't be who I am right now.
I'm learning the skills I need to be successful, right here, right now. I'm ready to conquer anything that comes my way, from job interviews to working with a team and selling my art. I'm ready to take charge. WT was my next step, and I am on the path to becoming a successful art director.
But egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant egg lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
I'm celebrating my 40th year in business this year. That's longer than any other GM dealer in the Texas Panhandle. At Greg Laird Buick GMC, my selling points remain the same. Our non-commissioned sales staff and my free lifetime powertrain warranty give you complete peace of mind. If that's not enough, now I'll give you $2,000 best price guarantee, and I'll still give you a free lifetime warranty. Why go anywhere else? I'm Greg Laird, and I personally guarantee you this will be the best buying experience you've ever had.
Headquarters and get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Well, welcome back to the pitch as the Buffaloes lead this one at half, 3-0 over Eastern New Mexico. The Buffs got their first goal at the 5:07 mark as Theo Bennett's got a goal with the assist from DeJounte Davis and made it 1-0 at that point. Then it was Mateo Landis on a breakaway. Mateo got ahead and just kind of dribbled his way up and through with a big left foot, was able to put this one off the crossbar into the back of the net to make it 2-0. And then with 13:46 expired in the quarter, or in the half, I should say, Dylan Watson again, an assist from DeJounte Davis, got ahead and was able to drive one into the net. That's where the Buffs lead this one 3-0. As we look at our first half statistics, it looks this way as the Buffs have had 14 shots here in the first half to 3 for Eastern. 7 shots on goal against 1 for Eastern. Eastern has 4 saves to the Buffs 1. Fouls in favor of Eastern 5-3, and then corner kicks. The Buffs had a bunch in that first half. They had 9 corner kicks compared to 0 for Eastern. The Buffs also had 2 offsides. In fact, they had a 4th goal scored, but they were called offsides for that one, as again, Landis got ahead and was looking to put that one in the back of the net. As we look around the top 25 poll, Franklin Pierce continues to lead the nation with an 8-0 mark. Right behind them, though, is Midwestern State as the Mustangs are 8-0-1 on the season, and they are number 2. Cal State University Chico is number 3. Limestone is 4. And Lynn University is 5. Colorado State University Pueblo is number 8. St. Mary's is 16. Southern Nazarene, who the Buffs played and tied earlier this season here at home, they are ranked 17. Also getting some votes, University of Texas Tyler, Colorado Mesa University, so some of the teams around the area that are also getting some votes. As we look at what's ahead for Eastern New Mexico, of course, they have this one today. Then they are at home on Saturday. They will host number 16, St. Mary's. For the Buffaloes, of course, they have Eastern here at home. Then they travel to Lubbock to take on Lubbock Christian on Saturday. That'll be a rematch. The Buffs won their last home meeting here, which was against Lubbock Christian in a non-conference matchup. They won that one 2-0, and that was their third win of the season. And so, again, they will face Lubbock Christian on Saturday as they travel down to Lubbock for a 7 o'clock contest. We will be back here 1 week from today, obviously at the pitch, as they will take on St. Mary's. And so that will get underway at 5 p.m. That'll be part of a doubleheader. That'll be the men at 5, and then the Lady Buffs will follow after that one. Again, this one, the Buffs lead it 3-0 here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M as a very young Eastern New Mexico team trying to work through and sort through some difficulties, but the Buffs, for the most part, have been extremely aggressive offensively. And, of course, last time we talked to Butch Laufer, he talked about the team being aggressive and trying to keep it in their end of the midline and being aggressive offensively, and that's what the Buffs have been able to do in this one so far this evening. Both teams getting their final warm-ups in. The Buffs are making their way out to get ready to come back and get this second half underway. The Buffs will be going right to left, and Eastern will be going left to right. So, again, that's just kind of a switch of how it's usually done here at home. Buffs usually go into the south end in the second half, but tonight they are going into the north end. Can tell you that the wind has died just a little bit, not as brisk as it was earlier. And the Buffs will also get the second half kickoff as the horn sounds. And the Buffs will put this one in play. Sam Scarth out there, along with Josh Beeson, who puts it in play, or to Brian Martinez. Works it over on the far side. Now Daniel Burton controls it. Burton will dribble up. Over on the right side to Hardman. Keaton will kick it up ahead to Landis. Mateo, crossover kick, trying to feed it up ahead to Scarth. His shot is blocked. And coming out, Eastern New Mexico will control that. Still Paul Vashuka in goal. Again, the Buffs trying for a breakaway. They have it right here. And Watson will drive it over the right side. That's going to be kicked away by Eastern New Mexico. Nice theft there as they bring it up to the midline. Eastern driving with the right foot, trying to feed it up ahead. Controlling it for Eastern is Sander Tennyson. Tennyson has it taken away by Usay. Taken back, though, by Eastern. Now they're trying to be aggressive, but Diuse controls it. Elidge will feed it up ahead to Beeson. Beeson trying to run this one down, and does. Takes it toward the middle. Got tripped up. And that is going to be a foul called on the defender for Eastern New Mexico. And that foul will go against Tisula as he was back trying to slow down Josh Beeson. Josh with that great speed, able to get around him. And so that foul will go against the Greyhounds. As This will be a free kick for the Buffaloes. The referee will mark off the defenders who will fall back. Be Abraham Lopez and Sander Tunson. So getting set to put this one in play. Scarth sends it toward the middle. That's going to be kicked high in the air by Eastern. Here's a header, and we got a foul called, and that's going to be on the Buffaloes. So there'll be a goal kick or a free kick for the goalie for Eastern. And so Paul Mashuko will put this one in play. Mashuko will kick it over to the far side of the pitch. Controlling it will be Alex Garrison. Buffs take it away. Here's a drive. Here's a shot that's going to be driven in, blocked away by the goalie, and Eastern comes away with it. They get it up ahead. Felix Drzinski will bring it across the midline. Drzinski will take it on the right side. We'll get it up ahead. That'll be Torrenson. Tries to get it across. It'll be knocked out of bounds. So it'll be a corner kick. That'll be the first for Eastern here in this matchup. So Eastern will get set for their first corner kick of the match. So getting set to put his foot into it. Cooper Tyler, sophomore from Auckland, New Zealand. There's a header knocked out by the Buffs. Scramble for the loose ball, and Eastern controls it. Back toward the midline. Kyle Ellis gets it back to the goalie. Bashuka will kick it over on the far side. Lopez tries to drive that one up. Has it taken away. Back to Lopez. He'll feed it up ahead. The Buffs control it. Now we got a foul called. And see what the referee is checking on. Player down on this one is Daniel Leatherby from Zambia. Before coming to Eastern, he played at Vidale International School. So once the referee checks him out, he's okay. So a free kick for Eastern. Getting set to put this one in play. Mateo gets set. So Buff set up their wall. So Crystal in goal gets set. Here's the shot way over the goal. As Azambuja unable to get that one in. Mateo Azambuja. Azambuja is from Paris, France. Buffs control it going the other way. They get it to the midline. Kick it to the back line. Burton or to the near side. Gets it to Elodge. Elodge will feed it up ahead quickly into the corner. There's a scramble for the loose ball. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. As driving for it was Watson. He got pushed away. That's going to be kicked out by Sam Scarth. So that'll be a throw-in for the Greyhounds. Trailing 3-0. Played a little over 5 minutes here in the second half. That's knocked out of bounds. Getting set to throw it in. Drzinski. It's Felix. Get it in. Controlled by Eastern. And the Buffs with the theft. Scarth will get it across the way to Martinez. Over on the right side to Davis. DeJounte feeds it back to Beeson. Over to DeJounte Davis. Davis brings it to the back line. Hardman feeds it back. Beeson drives in the middle. Oh, tried to feed Landis. That got away from him. So Eastern will control it over on the far side of the pitch. Across the midline. That ball's taken away by the Buffs. Nice play defensively. As the Buffs control it on the near side, Elich will send it back to the middle. As Theo Bennett will work it up. Over to Hartman. To Scarth. To the back line. Over on the near side now, they work it. Theo Bennett drives it up. Lods it up ahead to Elich. Uzne will go with the right foot. Comes back to the back line to Bennett's. Bennett's to Burton. Burton to Scarth. Scarth goes over to Hartman over on the far side of the pitch. Back to Scarth. He'll rework it and reset the offense for the Buffaloes. Over on the near side. Taune will get it back. And Bennett's just launched that one. Thought he was going for an end zone shot on that one as that just took off and got it up in the air. Substitute coming in for Eastern New Mexico. So we have to wait for the substitution. Coming back in for the Greyhounds was Ben Saarlander, freshman from Dortmund, Germany. Across the way. Buffs take it away. Now Eastern controls it at the midline. They go to their back line. Colin Ulrich. Over to the near side. Trying to drive it. They get it up ahead. Buffs with the theft. Watson has it. There's going to be a foul called on the push. That's going to go against Lopez. So another foul on Eastern New Mexico. Buffs will get the free kick.
It's one of those things of like, if I was, goal.
Effort toward the goal. Buffs keep it in the inside. Here's a pass. There's a shot. It's going to be blocked away. Knocked out of bounds, and that'll be a corner kick for WT. Tried to get it to the inside. Had an opportunity that just couldn't get good positioning on that shot. So over on the far corner, in the northeast corner of the pitch, Mateo Landis will put his foot into it. Landis lobs this one up. It's going to be headed out by Eastern. Scramble for the loose ball. Buffs control it. Dribble over on the right side. Landis will drive down toward the corner. Now comes back out. Feeds it toward the middle. Going to be knocked away by Eastern New Mexico. Davis will get that on the inbounds and throw it in. Bennett will go back to Asof Cristal, who will come to the near side of Daniel Burton. Burton back over to Theo Bennett's. Buffs control it to the near side, once again to Burton. Hartman. Back to Cristal. Working on to the middle of the pitch. Now back to Cristal. He'll reset the offense for the Buffs. Cristal over on the right side. Eastern applying pressure. Buffs control at Hartman. Gets it over on the right side to Landis. To Scarth in the middle. Sam goes to the back line once again. They come across the pitch on the near side. Elidge will dribble up with the left foot. Now goes back over to Theo Bennett's. Bennett's toward the middle. Scarth goes over on the right side. Hartman controls it. Keaton kicks it up to Beeson. To Davis. Scarth comes over to the near side. Trying to run that one down is Watson. Watson. Elidge. Goes back to Scarth. Scarth to Brian Martinez. So the Buffs reset once again. Or to Hardman at the midline. Keaton will work it back. Daniel Burton will come to the near side to Theo Bennett's. Elidge. Use. The back line once again. Now they go back to Chris Dahl. Face off. Chris Dahl puts his foot into it. Leads it up on the right side. There's a header. Scramble for the loose ball. Davis. And down on the turf and slow to get up. Cooper Tyler puts this one in play. Goalie comes over to the near side. Brings it to Tisula. Tisula feeds it up ahead. Bennett's with a header. Controls it to Scarth, to Martinez. Brian tries to feed it up on the right side. Bennett's, or check it. Josh Beeson had it, but got knocked down. So that'll be out, and that'll be a WT throw-in with 31 minutes, 48 seconds left to play. Here in this match, 3-0, the Buffs lead it. Scored 3 goals early in the first half. So the Buffs throw this one in. Eastern controls it at the midline. Eastern still controls it. Back to Paul Vashuko. Vashuko gets it over on the far side. Finds Alex Godarson. Scramble in the corner. Buffs trying to take it away. Here's a shot that Cristal has and controls it. Shot from the left corner, but Cristal able to get it. Eastern players were calling for a foul on that one. Over on the near side. Buffs have it up ahead. Watson. Goes back to Cristal in goal. Cristal trying to get his foot into it, but got some coverage defensively, so now they come over to the near side. Daune controls it. Over to Landis. Mateo goes over to the far side to Hartman. Hartman will lob this one up ahead to Beeson. Beeson gives chase. Comes, or shot is just misses across the front of the goal. He had an angle, and the goalie came out to challenge him. But that one was just wide, and it may be a corner kick for the Buffs, and that's exactly what it's going to be, as that got deflected by Eastern New Mexico. A couple of subs get set to come in for the Greyhounds. Next opportunity, Felipe Vasquez, freshman from Hanau, Germany, will come in. And also coming back in will be Nick Wunish. Buffs have it in front of the goal. Can't make anything happen. Here's a header up ahead to Scarth. Back line controls it for the Greyhounds, trying to bring it up ahead. A lot of pressure applied by Landis. They go back to Vashuko puts his left foot into it and gets it across the midline. Buffs will take it back the other way. Davis trying to get it, but Eastern with a good defense makes the theft. Back to the goalie. Shuko will come over on the near side. .28.5 minutes left to play. Buffs lead this one 3-0. This is the Lone Star opener for both teams, as they both start conference play today. Both have Saturday matchups. Here's a shot taken away. Oh, we got an offside call. That was a late call. Eastern already had a player up there, was ready to put that one in, and we got the offsides called on Eastern. So that'll be a goal kick for the Buffs. Crystal gets set to put this one in play. Now he's telling everybody to go on up. He's going to put his foot into it. Crystal from Tel Aviv drives it up ahead, but that's going to be controlled the other way by Vashuko. Buffs fighting for it in the front court. Eastern, though, has it on the back line. That's going to be taken away by the Buffs. Here's a scramble for it. Buffs control it. Scarth drives down in the corner. Has to come back out. Trying to dribble around, but nice defense to take that one away. Here's a feed up ahead. Lopez has it. He'll bring it up across the midline. With it is Mateo, who will kick it over on the far side. Scramble for it out in the corner. Across the pitch in front of the goal. Here's a shot. It's taken down by Crystal. He'll control it. Nice effort for Eastern. He's trying to put that one in the back of the net was Ben Sunderlander. So the Buffs control it. 26.5 minutes left to play. Over on the far side. That's going to be fed up ahead. Mateo Landis trying to run it down. Has it over on the right side. That's going to be knocked out of bounds, and let's see what that's going to be. That's going to be a throw-in for Eastern New Mexico. So the Buffs get set defensively as we have some substitutes coming in. Told you about the two coming in and coming back in. Ludwig Schurer from Bad Germany will make his way back in. He's a sophomore. So Eastern gets set to throw this one in play. Buffs with the steal. Beeson tries to dribble around over on the right side of Davis. Davis will drive toward the middle, trying to feed Landis. But Vashuko comes out and gobbles up the ball as it was heading toward the goal. He'll feed it on the near side. Tiasula will control it. Or on the right side to Felix Straczynski. He'll feed it up ahead to Nick Hunish. Nick Hunish had it taken away by the Buffs. Watson dribbles through traffic. Still dribbling. Goes over on the right side. Trying to get it ahead. Landis feeds it to Watson, but just too much of a feed. As Dylan couldn't catch up to that one. So it comes over on the near side. Eastern in their green uniforms with white numerals control it. Across the way. Kyle Alvis to the back line. Here's a feed up ahead, trying to drive, and they're going to call offside once again on Nick as Hunish thought he had the advantage, but the official said that was offside. Buffs put it in play. Buffs, for the most part here in the second half, have been trying to run as much clock as they can, leading 3-0 over Eastern New Mexico. Elidge brings it up, tries to feed it up ahead. That's going to be taken away by Eastern, as Sure able to make that theft, gets it over on the far side of the pitch. Eastern driving up, trying to feed it up ahead, trying to get it to Ulrich, but it's taken away by the Buffs. Davis tries to dribble around, but he has that taken away. Nice theft. Back in the box. Eastern will reset it. Buffs putting pressure. Here's a give and go. Scramble forward. Lopez comes to the near side. Looks to and finds Drzinski. Gets it up ahead. Vasquez will go over on the far side. Now trying to drive. Ushish. Let me try it again. I tell you what, a lot of international players here for Eastern New Mexico. That's controlled out by the Greyhounds. They knocked that one out of bounds on a header, so that'll be we'll see. It should be a Buff throw in, but we'll wait to see. 22-22 left to play in this one. Buffs lead 3-0. So in it comes. Buffs trying to get it up ahead to the midline, but Eastern able to control it. They bring it to the back line. Defenseman sends it back to Paul Wishuko. Wishuko comes over on the near side. Finds Ludwig Shearer. Shearer will dribble it up. Now feeds it over on the near side. Finds Felix Drzinski. There's a give and go, but the Buffs able to make that theft and come back the other way. Here's a feed up ahead for WT. Watson takes it toward the middle. Dillon has it taken away. As the Buffs have several substitutes getting set to come in. And again, another offside called on Eastern New Mexico. So Buffs throw in. They control it, or I should say goal kick as they control it. Bennett's over to Burden. Martinez goes back to the back line. Bennett's over to Burden. Burden dribbles through traffic, comes up on the near side, trying to get it to Watson. It's going to be taken away by Eastern. Here's a nice feed up ahead. Here's a shot that's blocked by the Buffs. Still controlling it. Lopez. It's going to be headed out now. Body chested out by Lopez over on the right side, or on the left side, excuse me. Over in the corner. Ben Sunderlander has it. His shot is gobbled up by Asav Kristall, so the Buffs will control it as the goalie will throw this one out. Buffs control it. Just under 20 minutes left to play. Kristall comes over to the near side. Bennett will feed it up ahead to Watson. Watson to Martinez. Bryan will try to feed it up way ahead to Elidge. And that one's going to get away. So we got the subs coming in. First for Eastern New Mexico is Mateus Jorgender, 5'9" freshman from Norway. For the Buffaloes coming in was Gabriel Navarez. He comes back in for WT, or comes in for the first time. Also coming in, Kelvin Arteaga. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds, and so that'll be a free kick for Eastern. Eastern controls it. Buffs control it on the back line. Elidge drive it up with his left foot. Passes it over. Trying to control it is Arteaga. Beck Adams, by the other way, was the other buff that came in. Beck, the junior from St. Clement in Jersey. Buffs control it. Cross the pitch, come to the near side. Diaune has it. Illich feeds it up ahead to Watson. Watson has it taken away. And there's going to be a foul call on the Buffs. And that may go against Kelvin Arteaga. So a free kick for Eastern New Mexico with 17:40 left to play. Buffs lead it 3-0. Getting set to come in. The next opportunity for Eastern New Mexico will be Gianna Mascaret. And also getting set to come in for the Buffaloes will be Brian Martinez, who actually just came out. He just picked up a jersey that was down there. That's exactly what he was doing. I'm going to retrieve one of the sub jerseys. Over to the near side, Illich controls it for the Buffs. Works it back to Theo Bennett. Again to Illich. Tried to feed it up ahead. Trying to run that one down is Adams. Scramble for the loose ball, controlled by Eastern. The goalie will kick that one across the midline. Over to the near side, controlling that is Drzezinski. Goes to the back line. Scherer tries to feed it in the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in. Theo Bennett's kicked that one away. So in it comes. Over on the far side driving is Colin Yolerich. Comes over to Drzezinski. Felix will drive. Has that one. Sliding tackle is knocked out of bounds. So both players go down, trying to stretch out here. Got cramps on that one, I think, for the Buffaloes. Illich Diaune. And now cramping up over there is Felix Drzezinski. So he's being attended to by one of his fellow players. Substitute comes in, Sander Tonesen, 5'9" sophomore from Norway, comes in as coming out. And so it will be Tonesen getting set to throw this one in. Also coming in for the Buffaloes for the first time today, Chris Palomino. And he'll be joined by Venancio Calderon. Palomino comes in for Watson, and Landis comes out. So here's a throw-in for Eastern. They control it along the near sideline. Tonesen has the one knocked out of bounds, and throwing it in will be Ulrich. He will get it to the back line. Sure. Booted across the pitch over in the corner. Scramble for a loose ball. As An Eastern player tries to draw the penalty, falling down. But the official says it's a WT ball, so WT will throw this one in. Got a foul call against the WT player, so free kick for Eastern New Mexico. 14:52 left to play. Buffs lead at 3-0. So a free kick for Eastern New Mexico. As they put their foot into this one, it's going to be headed out by Daniel Burton. Still a scramble for it. Burton again knocks this one. Calderon tries to come up with it. They get it on the near side, but that's going to go out of bounds, trying to feed Chris Palomino. Throw in for Eastern. They get it in quickly. Controlling it now. Colin Ulrich goes to Lopez back in the middle. Abraham goes on the left side. Kicks it down. Trying to feed the forward there for Eastern. Trying to drive is Cooper Tyler. Cross toward the goal. That's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Scramble for a loose ball. Comes over on the near side. Elidge tries to feed it up ahead. That's going to be booted out of bounds by Ludwig Schur. So it'll be a Buff throw in. Elidge gets set to throw this one in, trying to feed it up ahead. Buffs control it, go over to the far side. Here's the header back to Palomino. Palomino working through traffic, goes over on the right side. Chris now will come back. They'll reset it over on the far side of the field. Back to Burton. Burton will drive this one up. Palomino over to Hartman. Hartman comes to the middle. Here's a pass over on the near side. Navarez will bring it over to Elidge. Elidge will attack. Back to Navarro. And that is going to be a WT throw-in, according to the near side official. Nope, now he changes his mind. Says it'll be an Eastern throw-in. He's set to come in for Eastern. Alexander Maris will come in and replace Sander Tonerson. Ulrich instead will throw this one in to the new sub who just came in, Alexandre. Over on the far side, Eastern controls it. Under 12 minutes left to play in this one. Here's a lob up ahead, but that's going to be headed out by Elidge. Controlling it, Colin Ulrich. So he starts to cramp up a little bit, trying to stretch out. They come back on the near side. Ludwig Schur goes on the right side, now trying to drive. Negushish. So Nick Hunish will get set to, no, he won't throw it in. Instead, he'll hand it off to Colin Ulrich. Ulrich lob this one in. Buffs will kick that one out. Scramble for the ball, back on the near side, trying to kick it into the corner. Buffs will kick it and take it away. Palomino will bomb this one up ahead toward the midline. Eastern controls it over on the near side. Schur has it. Lobs it up toward the goal. It's going to be headed out by the Buffs. They work it over to the right side, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Nope, I'm going to call a foul on this one. So it'll be a free kick for Asaf Kristall. Asaf gets set to put his foot into this one. 10:18 left to play. Cristal will drive this one up ahead. There's a header. Well, I think they called a foul on a Buff player, but really going up for the header on that one. And coming down pretty hard. That's where the foul came, but controlling it. Sure. So he'll go back toward the middle. Ulrich. Over on the near side. Here's a lob up. Cristal controls it. Shearer launched that one. Cristal will roll it over to Theo Bennett's. Bennett's 9:20 left to play. We'll bring it to the near side, and that's going to be locked out of bounds. Tried to get it to Palomino, but just went out of bounds just to the left, so it'll be a throw-in for Eastern New Mexico. Another sub for the Greyhounds. Daniel Leatherby will come back in. And coming out is Abraham Lopez, the junior from Houston. Sure takes it over across the pitch. Eastern tries to control it over there. Buffs put pressure on the ball. It's going to be a push. So free kick for Eastern. They go to the back line. Come over to Schur on the near side. Schur will attack across the midline. Lobs it toward the middle. It's going to be knocked away by Daniel Burton. Now controlling it is Beck Adams. Adams sends it to the back line for the Buffaloes. There's a shot that's going to be headed out by the Buffs in the box. Buffs control it. So they get it over toward the middle. Now it's fed up ahead. Scarth will bring it up to Palomino. Chris will dribble up. Takes it between the player. Now goes toward the middle. Has sliding tackle. He still controls it back up, but the goalie, Washuko, comes out with it. Gets it out ahead quickly. Eastern trying to drive across the midline. Over on the far side of the pitch, they drive it down. It's going to be taken away by the Buffs. They'll kick it up toward the midline and out of bounds, and so that'll be a throw-in for Eastern New Mexico. 7 minutes left to play in this one. Buffs lead 3-0. A lot of Eastern players are stretching right now like they have cramps. There are 4 players out there stretching for Eastern New Mexico. So they stop the clock with 6:55. Allow all the players to stretch out. Coming in for WT will be Daniel Alviso. Alviso, 5'5" junior from Austin, Texas, comes in. Coming out for WT will be Theo Bennett's. Eastern controls it. Send it up ahead. That's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Into the corner. Ball taken away by WT. It's going to be lobbed up ahead, and then Eastern controls it. Scramble for the loose ball. Eastern takes it across the pitch over to the far side. Trying to drive that one up. Alex Kadarison feeds it over to the near side. Schur put his foot into it, and that will be controlled by Cristal, who picks it up with 6 minutes left to play. Again, getting set to come in at the next opportunity for WT. Be Lucas Sharpenter. Sharpenter from Cedar Park. Also getting set to come back in, Suggs. Ball is knocked out of bounds. So that'll be a throw in. Coming in for WT. Suggs comes back in. So too is Sharpenter. And also coming in, Cleaver Sabonamana. So WT will control it and get set for the throw in. Sharpenter will get it in. It's going to be knocked out by Eastern. Another throw in for the Buffs. 4:50 left to play. Scramble for a loose ball. Eastern brings it up. Shearer goes across with it. Daniel Leatherby goes in the far corner. Pass toward the middle. It's knocked away by the Buffaloes. They get it out away from the goal. Eastern's been much more aggressive offensively this half. The Buffs have been playing more like working on their defense, trying to run some clock off. Here's a shot. Cristal grabs it. Oh, falls down. And he knocked that down and then had to grab it real quick. Ace off. Tells everybody to move up. He's going to put his foot into it with 3:40 left to play. It's going to be headed up. A foul called on Suggs. It's Trevor trying to go after it pretty hard. This is kicked back to Washuko. He'll come to the near side for Eastern. Across the way, the Buffs control it. With it, Cleaver will go to the back line. Now back to Cristal. Cristal will put his foot into it, sends it out high. It's going to be headed up by Eastern. .245 left to play. Eastern drives it on the left side. That's going to be. See if the officials reaching for a card momentarily. A little connection there between a couple players, and he kind of warned them both to separate. Buffs have it on the far side. They kick it up ahead, trying to get it to Suggs. Suggs feeds it off on the right side, trying to drive. Controlling it for WT, Artiega. Goes to the back line. Burton will put his foot into it. So the goalie will control it with 1:40 left to play. Washuko put his foot into it. Powers this one up. It's going to be headed up by Burton. Sure now controls it for Eastern. Toward the middle. Buff's able to take that one away. Trying to feed it up ahead to Suggs. scramble for it. A lot of players, and let's see what the call is going to be. I think they're going to call that one against Eastern, so it'll be a free kick for the Buffs. So 35 seconds, the clock's still running. So the official will let this one run down. It will be a free kick for the Buffs. But I think the player is going to stay down before WT will be able to kick this one away with 15 seconds left. WT leads it 3-0, and they'll come away with the victory as they will improve to 4-3-2 on the season, while Eastern will fall to 2-5-2. And the Buffs, more importantly, will be 1-0 in Lone Star Conference play. So a nice win tonight for the Buffaloes as they come away with the victory, 3-0 over Eastern New Mexico. So the Buffs get set for their road contest as they get set to go to Lubbock Christian on Saturday. But they'll enjoy this one as the Buffs again win it by a final of 3-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll do so. We'll come back with some post-game interviews and kind of run through some rescoring for you on this one. But again, the Buffs win it 3-0. We're back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
Welcome to MediDrive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
For a onside kick. Landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Optimum Internet has next level speed. Get 300 meg internet for as low as $35 a month. How fast is that? Fast enough to stream on multiple devices with 99.9% network reliability and equipment included. Or go even faster and get a $200 prepaid card. Get 300 meg internet for $35 a month with Optimum Mobile for as low as $15 a month. Call 866-9-OPTIMUM, go to Optimum.com, or visit a store today. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Texas A&M as the Buffs come away with a 3-0 win over Eastern New Mexico today. The 3 goals were scored early in this one by the Buffaloes today as they were very aggressive from the onset. And one of those scoring is Mateo Landis. Mateo, talk about your goal. It came at 10:51. You guys already had of the match in that one. So what were you guys trying to do to be so aggressive in this one?
We tried to jump on them early because we were at home. This is the first conference game, so we just wanted to start on the right foot. And we got lucky. We worked hard and we succeed to score early, which led to a good advantage in the game.
Yeah, you got 3 goals early. In fact, you got 3 goals before 14 minutes in this one. So you guys were very aggressive. And so was that the game plan coming in for this one?
Yeah, we wanted to be aggressive. You know, as I said before, this is the first conference game. We're at home. We want to make a statement in the conference. We want to show that we're here. We want to win the conference, and we are a good candidate to do it.
So, again, as you mentioned, this was the first Lone Star Conference matchup tonight with Eastern, obviously the first one for the season. In the second half, were you guys trying to play more of a defensive mindset, trying to just take some time off the clock?
We just try to get possession on the ball, you know, and just get the possession and try to score. But we wanted to get a clean sheet tonight. That's important for the defense.
You know, the nice thing about when you get out in front early, too, is the fact you get a lot of guys in. A lot of players got to play tonight. And so from a resting standpoint, is that good when you have other guys get to come in and give everybody a break?
Yeah, that's good. It's important to involve all the players in the team. Yeah, that's what great team does. Yeah, if we want to go far, that's what they do.
Well, if the Buffs were trying to make a statement, they did so tonight with a nice 3-0 win over Eastern New Mexico. One of those goals came from number 9, Mateo Landis. Nicely done. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Mateo joining us on the post-game shows. We'll get head coach Butch Laufer as he'll make his way slowly over here. He's getting some final instructions in. Buffs had 20 shots in this one tonight, had 11 shots on goal compared to, I believe, 6 for Eastern New Mexico. Eastern only had 1 in the first half, and so again they were more aggressive in the second half as well. And so again, the Buffs come away with this 3-0 victory, and again, more importantly, win their first Lone Star Conference matchup. Butch Laufer joins us on this one, and kind of like the last time you guys were here at home, you were very aggressive heading toward the goal early in the first half.
Yeah, we were. We wanted to. I hate to admit this, but we wanted to take the win the first half because, you know, if you're up here long enough, you realize that when it gets dark, the wind stops. And so, you know, noticing the wind was coming out of the north, we wanted to try to hopefully win the coin toss. We got the win, so we wanted to really go after them the first half. And I thought we did a good job of pinning them back in their own half. And, you know, we scored 3 really, really nice goals. The goalkeeping on their team played really, really well tonight for them. And so, but overall pretty happy, you know. Got a little sloppy in the second half because still learning how to manage games in those positions sometimes, and understanding that, you know, at that point the opposition really isn't the enemy, it's the clock.
Right.
And so getting them to understand to, you know, rotate the ball, circulate the ball better, understanding when to go forward, when not to go forward, when to take chances, when not to take chances, and that just comes with training and also being a really young team.
Is that primarily what the second half was trying to manage, especially the clock?
Yeah, we were trying to manage the game. We just told them, look, you know, we didn't really think they were going to change much in the second half, which they didn't really until about maybe the 20-minute mark. They started to step up higher and press the game. But we just said, look, if you move the ball and manage the game, you will get opportunities. You know, we don't have to force those opportunities. And like I said, it's sometimes we got a little sloppy late in the game, and just because everybody wants to score a goal,
sure.
you know, and go get forward and stuff like that. And so, but anyway, it's like I said, it's part of a growing pain and again, having young players playing.
Well, again, they played well, especially in the first half. Yep. Obviously, a big important conference victory as well. Yep. And you get to go on the road Saturday playing a team that you beat here the last time you were at home.
Right, that's correct. You know, it's always tough to go down there. They've done a good job of making it hard to play down there, but you know, right now we feel confident, and they're playing St. Mary's tonight. I don't know how the result went for them as well, but I'm just happy it's just a day trip. It's not very far.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to go very long.
No.
You can come back and sleep in your own bed.
Exactly. Yes, definitely. So we're happy about that. But it's going to be a tough game. But like I said, we're going to worry about that tomorrow. And get ready and just get the guys, make sure, see what our injuries look like and bumps and bruises and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll start preparing tomorrow for the next one.
Next one is Lubbock Christian. Congratulations on this one. 3-0 win.
Yeah, thanks very much. You guys do a great job.
All right. Thanks Butch. Bryce. Appreciate it. Butch Lawfer joining us on the post-game show. And, again, just a big win tonight for the Buffaloes as they did what they needed to do to get ready for this match with Lubbock Christian on Saturday. And that one, if anybody's making the trip to Lubbock, they will get that one underway down at Lubbock Christian at 7. Big thanks to our Thunder Vision crew for bringing the pictures tonight. Dylan McMullen, Ben Curley, Trevor Dobbins, and Keaton Okafor. Great pictures, great action in this one. The Buffs had a lot of action in the first half, and they win it 3-0. That'll do it here from the pitch. Until the next time, thanks for joining us right here on the Star Conference Digital Network.